like a little mini rainbow. Love it. Hello and welcome to this planning video for Kirsty Knits and Sews. My name is Kirsty and I am going away for, I think it ends up being about 3 weeks, and I need some knitting projects. I have a conference that will be for 1 week and then a holiday that will be for, it's 10 days plus a couple of stopover things, so I'm calling it 2 weeks, it's not quite that long. So basically I need knitting for 3 weeks that I need to transport with me, take on planes, trains and buses, have enough knitting for lectures, have enough knitting for holiday. I mean, I can knit a lot, and I thought I would take you along with some of my thought processes of what I'm going to take with me. Now, my holiday is split up into 2 sections, so I can pack something that I will not have until my holiday, or I can take something on the conference part, and if I finish it, I can send it home with a friend before I go on my holiday. So I'm not limited to taking whatever I take on the conference and the holiday. I have a little bit of flexibility there, and I will be thinking accordingly because I knit quickly. And I had the other day, I can't even remember what particular, oh no, I had a couple of meetings and I finished some things really quickly in the meetings, and I realized that if I'm in meetings or like conference lectures all day, every day, without kids to look after, because yes, there is a kids program, I'm going to knit a lot. And so what I'd like previously been thinking I should probably take, I now am like, oh, that's not going to be enough, because I can knit a hat in 2 days while I'm being interrupted by kids. And if I can knit a hat in 2 days while being interrupted by kids, think of what I can do when not being interrupted by kids. Oh, possibilities are endless. So I'm going to go through my knitting and I'm going to show you exactly my thought process from what I've got, what I'm planning, to looking at the yarns themselves and thinking, what actually do I want to knit with right now? Because I may want the finished project, but if the yarn itself is not speaking to me, I don't want to take that on holidays. I don't want it to feel like work. Come on. So let's get started. So here you can see I've made a list of all of my current travel friendly whips. Now I will say I have 7 whips on the needles right now, and 3 of them I decided were not travel friendly, or just like I'm not going to take dishcloths on holiday. So I just took that out of the running straight away. And I'm going to look through what I've actually got on the needles, which is travel friendly whips, and then what is in the queue, what do I want to make. So I can tell you right now, travel friendly whips, green and blue baby blanket, I will be taking, because if that is not finished, I will finish it there and I will put it up for sale. So definitely taking that one. British Mystery Shawl is definitely a concentrate knit. It is not a mystery anymore. The whole pattern is out, but because it was designed as a mystery, every section is different. You have to pay attention, which can be really brilliant, but also it's not a mindless knit, and it's not something that I want to concentrate on holidays. I do want to do it, and I have an idea for getting it done when I return, but don't want to take that on holidays. Next is my tri-gradient shawl. This one I have been working on every day at the moment, and I'm making good progress. I'm more than a quarter of the way through it now, and that one actually could be a reasonably mindless knit. It's not a very movable, portable one, but it is very simple and I don't have to think about what I'm doing. So I will take that one because that will make good conference knitting. And then 3 Seasons Cardigan. I have been working on this every day in the morning, and I would like to continue that. However, I don't think I'll do any of it at the conference. So I will put that in, but I will make a note next to it saying holiday only. And then the tri-gradient shawl, I'm thinking for the conference. I'm not sure I want to take that on holiday. It is simple, but it's not colours that inspire me. It is for my husband. I would like to get it done, but it's not like, yay, I'm on holiday kind of knitting. So that is that. And I will just put here conference. If I haven't finished that by the end of conference. I won't be taking it on my holiday. So they are my whips. The next thing before I go into Q is I want to look at where I'm knitting. So I've got this list here, places to knit, and I split it up into 2 sections. The first is the super duper portable and easy. So I'm going to be on trains, buses and planes, which I need to be able to pick up and put down at a moment's notice, stop in the middle of the row, all those kinds of things, and lectures, which I will be in one place for an hour and a half. I'm not going to have to like quickly put it down, but it's still, I can't be looking at patterns and charts and things. I want it to be simple. Then I've got free time and holiday, which I can do interesting and engaging things. Absolutely, there'll be times I just want to do something mindless, but my hope is that I'll have a bit more time where I can actually sit down and focus on cables or charts or whatever it is. My holiday this time last year, I did a lot of my cable knit sweater, my honeycomb Aran pullover. So I'm hoping that I will have something a little bit more engaging for holiday time that I can really get lost in. So knowing that and seeing here that I have 2 conference knits and a holiday knit, so this one is an engaging one, these 2 are simple, but I really need something that is absolutely portable for trains, buses and planes. So looking at my list here, I have Pink Fizz. This is a sweater by Andrea Mowry, not going to be simple and portable. Braidley Cobb Stitch Jumper by Sarah Hatton, also not going to be small and portable. That's a DK weight sweater and has some patterning. Shoe Sui Shrug. That is a brioche shrug, not going to be simple and portable. Alley Sweater by S Knits has colour work. Simple colour work, but still not what I'm looking for. Muscle burrows. Muscle burrows are absolutely super easy and portable. And I can stop them in the middle of a row easily. Magic Beanie, which is a pattern, not a pattern that's published, it's a beanie that I've made. I have notes on my Ravelry page, but definitely super and portable. It's a 2x2 rib beanie. I can do that in my sleep, and I knit it in the round, so I can stop literally anywhere in the round. So very simple. Birch pullover, not going to be super duper easy and portable. That is a fisherman rib or half fisherman's rib pullover by Andrea Mowry. And then Winter Blue Sweater is one that I'm planning to design myself, so definitely not super easy. The Eric Cowl, which I'm going to make for Zach, is super easy and portable. So I'll put a tick next to that. That one is a 2x2 rib cowl. No, it's not 2x2 rib, sorry, but it is a ribbed cowl by Kay Litton of the Crazy Sock Lady. Okay, so there, I've got 4 super duper easy and portable ones, plus the Tri-Gradient shawl and the blue and green baby blanket for conference knitting. So that is quite a lot of super duper easy portable knitting. However, I'm not sure how much time I will have. Like, I think even with 3 beanies, a cowl, I mean, the Tri-Gradient shawl will take a while, so maybe that will be the saving grace. But green and blue baby blanket, even with all those things, I'm genuinely not sure if I'm going to have enough, because I can see myself making all the hats and then getting to the end of conference and being like, I have nothing to travel with, or wanting to take 1 or 2 hats on holiday with me so that if something happens and I'm not up to looking at a chart, or I'm traveling around and I just want to take something quick for the day, I have that option. So what will I do? My thinking at the moment is I will have yarn at the conference for sale, and I don't expect to sell out of it. This is the first time that I'll be selling any yarn. It's very exciting. I did some dyeing today for it, woohoo! But I just don't think I'm going to sell it all. It's a small conference. I mean, I don't know how many people there will actually be knitters and how many of them will actually want to spend money on yarn. There is the possibility that I will sell out, and then I'll figure out what to do. But I just think that by the end of conference I'll probably have some kind of yarn left over, at which point I can cake it up and turn it into another muscle burrow. Who it will be for, I have no idea, but I reckon I could do that. Or, push comes to shove, socks, because it will all be sock yarn. So I'm going to make a note to add my sock needles, because a pair of socks is always an option. Plus, I will have leftovers. If I need to start scrappy socks with leftovers or something, I can make it. Scrappy muscle bar. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so I'll have options for that. I genuinely cannot think of any other simple knits that I want to do right now. And short of just putting in another skein or two for muscle borrows just in case, I don't know. So what I'll probably do is I'll try and focus on my Trade Radiant shawl during conference knitting and keep muscle borrows for travel knitting as much as I can. I think that's a good idea. Alright, so the next thing is to look at the actual yarn I have, because like I said, there's a lot of sweaters there and shrugs and pullovers that are not travel friendly, but I want to take some with me, and I'm thinking to take 2. So I'll take my 3 Seasons cardigan to holiday, but I'm thinking of taking 2 other bigger projects that are more concentrate knit, so that if something's not in a good place or something needs to go in timeout, I still have some options. Now, if I'm taking 2, I currently have 6 written down. So let's have a look at what I've got. I will also show you the yarn that I have for the other ones that I'm definitely taking. So this one, I'm planning to do a muscle bar for myself out of. It is by Dying Dream, and it is a 75-25 Australian merino and nylon. And I just love that it's going to have some green stripes in there. I'm so excited. I pulled this out as a potential for my friend Steph's muscle bar, and she didn't want it, but I was like, you know what? I want it. So there you go. That's going to be a muscle bar for me. I then have, let me just dig down to the bottom. This will be the muscle bar for my daughter. She is not even 2 yet, so it'll be a small baby muscle bar, very nice and cute. But this is yarn that she dyed with me. We used food dye and a sponge stamper, and she had fun dyeing this. I'm going to turn this into a muscle bar for her, and then this one I will turn into an Eric cowl for my son, and this is yarn that he dyed with the same food dye and a sponge stamper. So yeah, Eric cowl, muscle bar, and my magic beanie yarn is downstairs because it's already caked up, and I was considering starting it yesterday because I needed an easy. I don't even have an easy knit on the needles right now, like a travel knit right now. So I'll probably start one of these soon so that I have something that I can pick up as an easy knit over the next few days when I'm traveling. Alright, so let's go through the yarn for the other ones. Pink Fizz. Pink Fizz is going to be this one together. So this is 75-25 yarn that I dyed with Gazelle Super Kid mohair. So it is a mohair yarn. Sorry, getting blown out. It is a mohair yarn, but it is mixed with 22% polyamide and 31% superwash merino fine with 47% Super Kid mohair. So it is a mohair base, but it's mohair and merino, not mohair and silk. So I'm really excited to try that and see what that looks like. This is, I'll put a photo up here if I can find it. This is actually inspired by the green jacket of, I can't remember her name, Black Widow's sister in the TV show Hawkeye. Yeah, that's right. Black Widow's sister in the TV show Hawkeye wore a jacket kind of this colour, and this is the yarn that I dyed and bought to make myself a jumper in that colour. Alright, so this is Pink Fizz. I really want to work on this one. Also, March may knit along, and I have a good chance of getting it finished by the end of May if I start it in April. So, this one I think I'm just going to go ahead and tick. I want to take it. I will take it on conference as well, but I don't expect to actually get much done until holiday. I'm very excited for this one. Yeah. The other reason I'm doing this today, so I'm not leaving yet, but I want to make sure that I have time to gauge swatch, do my yarn gauge swatch things, gauge swatches, before I leave. I want to have everything tested, swatched, and have everything in bags so that I can just take it with me. That is my plan, and have everything in one bag for each project. So I need to cake this up, knit it, swatch it, test it, see if I'm hitting gauge, if I need to change needles before I go, because I don't want to take all my needles with me. That's not travel friendly. Alright, so I've got that. Excuse the crinkle. Next thing on my list is my braidly cob stitch jumper. Now, this is the yarn that I have dyed for that. I did this my last dyeing day. I bought orange yarn that was much brighter than this, like kind of more this colour here, and I overdyed it with black to get a more rustic orange. I really like it. I'm very excited. I'm not really feeling it for this holiday though. It's such an autumn colour that I kind of want to put it away and knit it in autumn. I don't know, maybe I'll cast on sometime in summer so that I have it in autumn, but it's like it's a heavier weight, it'll be a thicker jumper. I just think I want to wait until autumn. The yarn is not speaking to me right now. And this is what I mean. It's not just do I want the jumper, but do I want to knit it right now? So I'm going to put a cross next to that one. I'm going to cross it out actually, because I don't want the braidly cob stitch jumper this time. Now when I first thought about doing projects, I actually said I wouldn't do this next one, but then I looked at the yarn and went, oh, maybe I need to rethink that. This next one is this Shoe Sui Shrug by So So Knits. And look at the colours that I have for this. Oh my goodness, like so springy, beautiful. Here they are. It is, whoops, dropping things. It is a bit more of a scrappy approach because I have enough of the blue, but I didn't have enough of one purpley colour for the contrast colour. And so I've just picked up, I have 4 different dye lots of things that are close, and I'm just going to mix them together to make it work. These two are actually incredibly close. This is one I dyed, and this one is from 3 Tree Fibre Arts, and just so close. But I love these yarns, and I'm loving the colours and the springiness, and I just want to see this worked up into a sweater. So I'm going to take this one. This is Active Super Yarn, which is another one that I know it's self-striping, but the colours are so close that I'm like, if I need to do a stripe, alternate, whatever. Yeah, but I'm loving the colours in this right now. So, now I have hair in my mouth. Even though it's not going to be a simple knit, it is a brioche shawl. And even though I have other brioche things on the needles, I'm pretty sure I'm going to take this one. But I will save it for the holiday. So I'm going to put a tick, and I'm going to write holiday. I'm also going to check the pattern. I may not gauge swatch for that one at all. Because it's meant to be oversized, I kind of don't care. When I'm using the recommended weight yarn, I generally do okay, particularly with finger weight in hitting gauge, and if it's a bit bigger or a bit smaller, I probably don't care for that one. So I probably won't gauge swatch for that one. Now the next one is Ali's Sweater by S Knits, and this is the yarn I have for this. So this is the main colour. It is Miss Nitsky in her Macarena DK, which is an 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, in her Midsummer Night colour. Beautiful, beautiful blue, and I cannot wait to wear this one. This one is Malabrigo Rios in their Aniversario colourway. I'm pretty sure it's Rios. Dos Tierras. There you go. I love these two together. It's going to be a bit more of a low contrast colour work. I'm really excited for this sweater, particularly with this blue. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? But, don't change my mind, don't change my mind. Oh no. Now I've got some thinking to do. So this one I originally bought for the Braidley Cobb stitch jumper. And then I was like, no, I really want this jumper the same colour as the original. And so I was like, well, I'll just use this for the Ellie sweater. However, looking at this, I'm like, I actually would really like the Braidley Cobb stitch jumper out of this. And would probably even want to do it on holidays. But then I was like, well, what am I going to do with this? And I can do the Ellie sweater in this, and that is speaking to me so much more right now. Oh boy. Am I going to swap? Because Braidley Cobb stitch is a single colour. And then, oh, that's so pretty. Versus single colour Ellie sweater. I'm really thinking that right now. Comment below and tell me which one you prefer. Ellie sweater in the brown and Braidley Cobb in the blue, or Ellie sweater in the blue and Braidley Cobb in the brown. That's what's speaking to me right now. Alright, let me know which one you think. Oh, decisions. Because if I'm doing it that way, I would definitely put this away for autumn, and I would take this one on holidays. Oh. Alright. Let me know what you think. Either way, I'm not taking the Ellie sweater on holiday. But I'm going to make a note saying blue question mark for this. And I might even do a gauge swatch and have a look and see. That's just so pretty. Oh, okay. Decisions. And I'm making more decisions for myself. Okay. The next one is the birch pullover. Now this is more yarn that I've dyed myself. And this is for the birch pullover, which is by Andrew Murray. Now, the birch pullover is, yeah, like I said, fisherman or half fisherman rib. And I am going to love wearing it. It is going to be a lot of knitting. And even Andrew Murray, in her most recent podcast, admitted that. She said, oh, there were times in my birch pullover that I just was like, oh, it's just too much. Maybe not too much, but it just keeps going. And wow, this takes forever. But she also said it is one of her most worn sweaters, and her Stria cardigan is one of her most worn cardigans, and they're kind of sister patterns. And so I'm like, I really, really want to wear it. I really want to make it, but I know that it's going to be a lot of knitting. And at the moment, the tri-gradient shawl, which is brioche, not fisherman rib, but I'm feeling that with that. I'm like, this is just a lot of the same. And so I'm not sure I want to take this on holidays with me, but I will probably do it in like my 30 minutes of knitting in the morning, because I've been doing that, and that's enough that I can kind of see progress and make progress, but not be bogged down in the project. So I'll probably move this to that when I start it, but that's not going to be, it's going to be so pretty, not going to be a holiday knit. So I'm going to cross that off. And then my last one that I have is, as I stretch, the Winter Glow. So this is Winter Glow. It's yarn by Hobby. And I'm going to hold it double with this to make the same kind of fabric I made with my Duetto cardigan, but obviously in blue. I'm going to make a sweater for myself. No pattern. I'm going to make it up as I go. I've measured the gauge on my my cardigan. So I'm going to figure out some math of what I actually want in a sweater and design something for myself. I can say I don't want it to be a raglan. I want it to have some kind of sleeves, whether I set them in or try and do something so it looks like they're inset even though they're not. I have some plans, but I want to do this. However, not on holiday. I want to be mindless on holiday, or at least like someone else has done the thinking on holiday. So this one, I do want to do it, but I'm putting it to the side and crossing it off. Okay. So this is where we stand. I've got conference knit, holiday knit. I've got another holiday knit down here. I've put the Braidley Cobb stitch jumper back on the table with the blue. And to be honest, it's probably simple enough once I get used to the pattern that I could do it in conference if I wanted to. Particularly because it's just one strand The Pink Fizz is a similar kind of idea. They're both drop shoulder sweaters, but the Pink Fizz is held double, and so in my mind that's just a little more complicated. Alright, and then I've got my simple knits down the bottom here. Alright, so I think even Shoe Shui Shrug, Pink Fizz, and the Braidley Cobb Stitch jumper in blue, if I go for that one, that's 3 more. I said 2. I think I'm okay with that because the Shoe Shui Shrug I'm not expecting to do a lot of on holidays. I'm just kind of expecting to cast it on and have a bit of fun with the colours. Like I could probably not even take all the yarn and just take half the yarn. I may do that. Pink Fizz, I would expect to get a fair amount done, and Braidley Cobb Stitch in blue. Oh, guys, I think I'm going to go blue. Oh. Anyway, Braidley Cobb Stitch jumper as well, if I take that one. I mean, it's DK. It'll grow quite quickly. Okay. Well, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey as I try and figure out what to take on holiday. I'm pretty excited with this. I'm still wanting your opinion on this whole fiasco. I tell you what, I bought this yarn to go with this one, and now I just want to do that. Alright, so yes, let me know. Freeze them together. Otherwise, I am going to go start packing and gauge swatching. Can you tell which colours I'm feeling? It's like a little mini rainbow. Love it. And I am going to start winding up minis and skeins because all of these should be wound before I go. So that'll be an evening project in the next couple of days. And I'm going to gauge swatch. I think I'm going to gauge swatch this one for the Braidley Cobb Stitch cardigan jumper. Alright, so thank you very, very much, and I will see you for the next regular episode, which hopefully will be in a few days. Happy knitting!